Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and today we are back with the RotorSimPilot R44. This is Beta 1. This is a huge update for this aircraft, and today we're going to check out why. If you are interested in acquiring any of my Overkills tutorial guides for Microsoft Flight Simulator, please consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides, as well as any future updates and future guides that will be coming down the road. Link to Patreon can be found in the description below. Alright, so jumping straight into it, wasting no time, guys. As you can see, hopefully you can see, I certainly saw it instantly. First off, we have a new livery here, this blue and white one, which is absolutely beautiful, and there has been some very significant texture updates to this aircraft. Everything from the PBR reflection to joining points, new rivets, I mean, just a ton more detail has been put into this helicopter than what was previously there. I mean, even from looking into the cockpit from the outside, you guys can see there's some changes that have happened. So, without any other sidekick outside here, let's go ahead and jump inside where the magic happened. Look at this. Why is my battery on? Let's turn everything off here. I'm not sure why the battery was on, but goodness gracious, you guys, I hope some of you still have the previous version installed so you can get that shock and awe. I highly recommend, if you guys still have the previous version, I think Alpha 2 or Alpha 3 it was, load that up first, then install this like immediately afterwards and check it out. Guys, this is phenomenal. Look at this. Look at the cyclic. Look at the controls, the detail down on the floorboard. Even the handbook looks different. I mean, so much work was put into this. Look at these gauges. The cluster looks absolutely fantastic. I am blown away. I was expecting an update. RSP said there was going to be an update, but I was not expecting this. What do we got here? What is this? Got, oh, vent controls. That is awesome. Are those? Oh, can we mess around with those? Nope, not yet. That's okay. I don't care. I was just teasing. What do we got back here? Doors can now be opened from the seats. It looks like I got to click back here. The sound is perfect. You can see that the hydraulic arm here is now there. I can't remember if it was there previously, but it looks like, you know, we still got some work to be done there as far as having it actuate. But, I mean, guys, look at the door. Look at the detail on the door. You can totally tell that's stitching. Just, wow. Like, I'm serious. I love the RSP floor mats. Definitely warranted. Absolutely should be there. We're going to take this aircraft up, guys. We're going to go for a little spin. We're out at St. Bart's out in the Caribbean. You guys know how much I love flying in the Caribbean. It's absolutely a beautiful place to fly. We're probably going to get a little bit, we'll probably catch the sunset here. That's certainly where we're at. But so we might wind up in a night landing. But we're definitely going to get going during the day here. So let's get the head tracker started and we're going to get out of here. All right, folks. So we are ready to get this aircraft started. You guys are going to have to forgive me for the head tracker here. My settings are not back to where I had them, but not by any means. But let's pull the cyclic out of our way here. There we go. Sort of weird. My cyclic's on my right side. Mouse is on my right side. Okay, so first, master battery on. Alternators on. Let's see here. Nav lights can come on. Ooh, that's panel lights. Sorry, nav lights. Let's see here. Well, that would be nav lights and panel lights. I wonder why both came on. That says panel lights. That should be their rotary. But it sure seems like the panel lights came on. Maybe not. Anyway. Fuel is right here. Like I said, bear with me with the track IR. I need to spend some time and fine tune it. Give that a left click. You can see the on there. And let's see here. Avionics are all set to roll. Clickety click. Now let's just take a moment. Notice the shake up here on the compass. I guess that'd actually be an HSI, really. And what do we got down here? Turn the floats on. Yep. Oh, look at that. What does the canopy do? Huh, doesn't seem to do anything yet. Doors, we can take the doors off. Yeah, let's leave the doors off. It's a nice, pretty day. Here's our avionics master switch. Turn that transponder on. This is gorgeous. Look at that, man. Now, I haven't figured out how to turn the Garmin on up here yet. But I'm wondering if you have to have the GNS installed. I do not at the moment. Not since my update to Windows 11. Haven't got everything back up and running yet, but mostly. But that should not stop us from enjoying a beautiful flight. Reset that camera. I feel like I'm like punching through the ceiling here. There we go. That's a bit better. Alright. Now, the last time I flew this thing, I sort of put myself in a bit of a pickle. We have realism set to 100%. Cyclic's inputs reduced down to negative 30%. So it should help us control it a little bit easier. Now you can see we're right on the cusp of lift. You can see the aircraft sort of rocking and rolling as we accelerate. And there she goes. Whoa, let's catch that, let's catch that, let's catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it. Oh man, what a difference. Holy crap. Wow. Holy, it's a whole different aircraft. This is a whole new plane. Or helicopter, I should say. Oh yeah. We are also using the latest release of Airland FS. I think that's 1.3. It can be found on .to's website. Oh yeah, guys, this is extremely challenging. So do you remember when for those of you who watched it, I did a video not too long ago about the with the Bell 47, and I was saying that it was by far the most challenging aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator. This one is definitely up there now. A lot of rocking and rolling, a lot of potential instability if I'm not careful, and yet a joy to fly. This thing's awesome. The sounds are great. So much improvement. I can't get over how great the cockpit looks. I saw a TikTok the other day of a R44 crop duster. Comes rolling in. He's landing on the top of a pickup, right? And he comes rolling in, low level. Got to be doing 60, 70, 80 knots, somewhere in that ballpark area. Turns the aircraft around, reduces all forward momentum, literally lands backwards onto the truck, all in one fluid motion. I mean, it was just absolutely neat to watch. Look at these graphics, man. That water looks great. I love flying around the Caribbean. Love it. One of my favorite things to do in the simulator. This thing is awesome. Holy goodness gracious. And like, I can feel it, man. I can absolutely feel it. If I do anything dumb, I'm gonna lose it. You don't want to over torque it now. I'll tell you that much right now. You push that throttle all the way forward, or in this case the collective, and you'll destroy the aircraft. So was it last night? I think it was the first night that I was just messing around with it for a minute. Flew it for about 3 minutes, and added a little too much collective and blew the engine out. I don't know if it blew the engine or if I'm pretty sure I blew the engine, because because I wasn't watching my RPMs at all. I was just sort of, you know, I mean, in all the previous releases, at least that I have flown, hello, see, and the previous releases that I have flown, wow, sorry, I was scenery struck there. Anyway, in the previous releases that I have flown, you could basically max out the collective without issue. At least I never had a problem with it. And you can hear the audible changes as I adjust the collective. Which that sound really makes a huge difference, just like in an airplane. You know, when we're landing our planes or we're flying our planes around, you know, in the simulator, if we can determine most of the information we need to know, especially after a while of flying them, just by listening to the sound of the engines. RSP is really doing a fantastic job with this thing, man. I mean, this thing's approaching payware quality, man. Well, you know what? Honestly, I would spend money for this. I would. I absolutely would. I think it's a great addition to the simulator. And it's keeping me busy. I mean, it really is. I've got definitely a long way to go as far as learning it and getting very fluid with this aircraft. Got a lot of really good aircraft in the simulator now, and really so much of that thanks goes to you third-party developers. You guys are really doing a great job for the most part. I mean, there's a select few, I won't mention names, but you know, if you guys have been watching The Sims long enough, or my channel long enough, you know my opinions on certain developers. But and you freeware guys are really you're dominating the circle here. This thing is fantastic. This is where no one could ever get me away from Microsoft Flight Simulator at this point. Is being able to do this, right? We're in a gorgeous helicopter with gorgeous scenery, beautiful sunset, you know, over the Caribbean islands, as for the most part, as we would see them in the real world. I mean, look at that. I kind of want to paint that. I mean, guys, just look at this. What a perfect helicopter to enjoy the scenery in. This thing is awesome, absolutely fantastic. I know I say that a lot. I got to come up with something better. You know who I kind of feel like when I do that? I kind of feel like our previous president. You know, not saying good, bad. Don't even get me started on that. We're not doing politics. It's just how he always said tremendous. It's just tremendous. I say fantastic a lot. I say it's just fantastic. But man, it really is. And there's only certain aircraft that really grab me like this. You know, the RSP 44 I think has been great since the initial release. I mean, you know, it's made leaps and bounds since that first release. But this version is just, I'm sold on it, man. I'm done. And this is just the beta. This is beta. Like, you know, what's he got coming next? You know, I want to be a fly on the wall in his office right now and know what's coming next for this little helicopter. Because, I mean, this is, look at these textures. you know, the floorboard, the cyclic, all the labeling on the cyclic, the cluster gauge, the radio stack. I mean, it looks great. It's such a huge improvement. Like Beta 1. No, sorry, I'm confusing Aeroland FS. But Beta 1 it's a new aircraft. It's a brand new aircraft. The flight model is like night and day. It's challenging, yet you can tell this is definitely a beginner aircraft. You can see why you would start your helicopter experience in the R44. I'm trying to show off, so I mean, worst case scenario, we're gonna crash. I mean, it's no different in a simulator than real life. What happens when people show off? Sometimes really bad things, so. I love this scenery. Such a beautiful area. No desire to be a part of the tropical storms and things like that, but on the pretty days, yeah, kind of hard to argue with scenery like this. See Jose down there waiting for us. Oof. Alright, you guys, so that is a quick flight in the Beta 1 RSP R44. Link will be down in the description below. Again, this is a completely free helicopter, you guys. That, again, I mean, just look around. Look around, listen to those sounds. We can check out the exterior model here for a second. Oops, if I don't hit buttons I don't mean to hit. I mean, it looks great. Absolutely great. And I know pilot bodies are available. I almost always have them shut off. But anyway, make sure you guys give this one a ride if you guys haven't yet. If you do have the RSP 44 and you have the previous version, trust me, load into the cockpit, take a look around for a second, then install the latest version and jump back into it. It's night and day. It's a new aircraft. So RSP and your team, whoever you're working with, fantastic work as always. Keep it up. We're greatly appreciative. You're really doing a service to the community. We love it, and you got my vote. Until next time, guys, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next one.